Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. Hmm?
Huh?
Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. What happened to it?
つうか
If something like that is in front of the door, I think it might be a really big clue. Why would this be a clue?
あのな
Remember when we came to the music venue? If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the four of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh?
なるほどな
The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, then do you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then how was the killer able to get out?
Huh?
Huh. I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside.
つうか
Maybe. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. And they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us.
なるほどな
You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in the mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere.
そり
The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like you said, that might be possible, but
話を聞かせてもらったよ
I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki, that was a kinda cool entrance.
あのね
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting.
ほら
Look, there's a weird glob right where the right and left door touch, see? You're right. What is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber. Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but... As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger. No! Why are you putting it in your mouth? Chew chew. Ah, it smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop. And this chewiness... I see, this thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly in the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Phew! Just as I thought, it tastes nasty. Chiaki spat the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Okay. Hey, are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Yeah, I don't really get it, but... When I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking.
おかしいな
Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right.
君
Hajime, this might be impudent of me to ask, but will you listen to what I have to say?
ね
I heard that you witnessed the incident from the very beginning, right? So what? Can you provide me with a summary of the incident? I need to reach the truth behind this incident, for the sake of dedicating my body to an even greater hope. No.
えいや
Why? Don't make me repeat myself. No! This guy just wants to confuse us. There's no way I'm going to tell him what he wants to know.
残念だよ
I see. That's disappointing. Even I am horrified of my power. Of the eye of the Overlord. What the heck is this?
真羅万象三千世界のことごとくを
You stupid fool. I cannot believe you haven't noticed that apparent thing. Pitiful humans. They refuse to lift their heads up for fears of doubting the authenticity of the blue sky. Lift my head up? Does it mean that there's something up there? I don't see anything. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor. This appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
これも因果率の定めか
Kazuichi put it in the music venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like this? Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here. What do you mean?
あのですね
Even if they know they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera.
よかろう
So that's why they destroy the camera. Seems plausible enough. They would hesitate to murder someone in front of a camera. And that's why the killer destroyed this. Then, what was that thing I saw? With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the stage floor. She looks incredibly sad. Did something drop on the floor there? Nothing dropped. It's just dirty. Dirty?
ねえね
See? Take a close look at the floor.
えほらね
If you look closely, you're right. There's a smudge as if something was wiped off. What? This isn't something. Is this a bloodstain? Well, a bloodstain isn't strange. Hiyoko's neck was slashed not far from here.
でもね
Rather, what's strange is, why did the killer try to hide it? Hide it?
だからさ
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off. The reason the killer wiped off the bloodstain. As long as the body is nearby, there's no way they would be able to conceal the crime by wiping off a bloodstain. So what was the killer trying to hide? Candle. There is a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. dull light in that video must have been coming from this candle. A candle this huge might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle, they could have just used a normal stage lighting. The stepladder is tipped over on its side. This must be the stepladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw. Ah, isn't that a bloodstain? Look, there's blood on the around the left side of the stepladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case, then it must be Hiyoko's blood. That's the only thing I can think of. A bloodstain that probably belongs to Hiyoko is on the left side of the stepladder. What does it mean? Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she was sick. What is this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. It's blood, right? But there shouldn't be any external injuries on Ibuki. If that's the case, this blood belongs to someone else. Hey, Hajime. Can I talk to you for a sec? You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of that hemp bag. But I knew right away she was dead since she was hanging from that rope. Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up.
Yeah.
That helps. There is no time of death written in the Monokuma file this time. So I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true. Their estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file this time. But I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. In that video, Ibuki was climbing the stepladder on her own, so right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No, that's impossible. Because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hiyoko's death afterward. Two different deaths happened at the same time. There's no way that's a coincidence. This hemp bag. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. But why did she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, huh? That hemp bag. Upon further inspection, there's a Manami decal on the fabric. It looks like this isn't just a normal bag. It's the rope that was tied to the baton lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died. From what I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope in there. Which means, was it obtained from the supermarket? Did the killer bring it from there? That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it would be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Oh, I just noticed a little something. Is it okay if I confirm it? Excuse me, Mika, do you have a moment? What happened? There is something I want to ask you. There is no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
なるほどね。
I'm kind of feeling down. I'm gonna stop playing soon.
あれれ
It's not really a full-length curtain. This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly. It was probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. See, the back of the curtain is taped for temporary use, just like the curtain at the supermarket. So you're saying someone took the time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket?
だからさ
If they went that far, this was probably something that the killer really needed for this crime. Why did they need it? Who knows? Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answers came easy. Why is Hiyoko's kimono like this? Her kimono is all disheveled. Also her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body here. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed. It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her in such a short amount of time? Even if it's possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Because the killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right? Ah, Hajime, do you have a minute? No, you're in the way.
まあまあ
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there is something I really need your help with. Help.
実はさ
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hiyoko's kimono. So I was thinking she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on, don't tell me you want me to search inside Hiyoko's kimono. Huh, that's exactly it.
どうして おいうん なんだよ。ありがとう。さてと。おかしいな。
Key.
きっと
This may be the key to her motel room.
でもそうだよね。ねえ。まあほら。
It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hiyoko's neck. I don't really know if it was their true intention. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right? If Vara was left alone and after her throat was slit, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood. Two dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. That's enough to make anybody faint. Okay, sorry, I was just getting a little tired. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you can use this control panel to raise and lower the baton lighting on the ceiling. In fact, we used this to lower Ibuki's hanging body. Speaking of the lighting, the video of the music venue I saw. It had a dim candlelight ambience to it, and it didn't look like this lighting was used at all. But why didn't they use this lighting? Was there some reason that would have convenienced them? Who knows? I see. So you noticed too, fiend. So you didn't notice? Are those eyes just little glass balls? Take a good look at the baton lightning above your head. Have you not noticed that aberrant item? You mean that? There's something that looks like a black paper stuck to the baton lighting. So you finally noticed. But I can't really see it from here. I should lower the baton lighting one more time. There is no need.
界神暗黒四天王
Go! Mirage Golden Hawk Jump P! Now is the time for you to take flight. Okay. The hamster launched itself from Gundam's hand and ran up to the baton lining on the ceiling in a flash. Choo choo! It started running around the stuck slip of paper in rapid circles. And then the paper fluttered downward and was deftly caught by Gundam. Did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate evil eye wielder. Ugh, dude. Wow, that is amazing. I have never seen a hamster do tricks.
悲しいな
They're my four dark devils of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form. So, what's with that paper?
よかろう
It seems to be some kind of thick paper, though it does not have any special spells scribed onto it.
命拾いしたな
It appears it's nothing useful. No, that's not it. There is no doubt. This is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, it's too natural. Too unnatural. Oh. And of course he is in here. I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it, or is he trying to stand guard here?
ねえ
So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped over step ladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hiyoko. That probably all came from this storage room. There might be other things from this storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? I'm not siding with the killer, you know. I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it.
でも
That's the main reason why this case is really special. Huh?
あ
But I can't say for certain though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense.
あひなたくん
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
ん
Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
ひどいよ
That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy and I won't even mind when I die. That's the main reason why. I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me. Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings.
ね
You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater. Move theater. Huh, compared to last time it feels like there are less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? What the hell is that? This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf, it looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper. It looks a little torn, but what does this mean? Really? I think I pretty much checked out everything. Oh, no, I didn't talk to Mika. Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing? After leaving Nagata's room, I went to the on-call room and that's when it came to me that I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing. One more time before I go to sleep. So I went to the patient's rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital. So that's what happened. And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. That is a long story. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right, we were together until you went to the on-call room. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. What happened to not doubting me? Alright, with this we might be close to finish investigating the music venue. But I still need to talk to Mika and I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. Okay. How about it, Mikan? Have you found out anything by now? You know, 10 seconds ago. To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive. But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Because of the heat, is that possible? If a body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see. That might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird. Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree, as long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking the order of the murders. Huh? Imitation murder? Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew. It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. It's so common in detective novels, mangas and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie.
いいセンスだ。
The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed 2 people.
うーん
The goal was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that?
よろしいでしょうか。
Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
これも因果律の定めか。
It's certainly conceivable, if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed.
プープープープープー
Now, here it comes. Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. On this killing seal trip, the same blackened can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
あれれ
You mean you've added another rule? Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the blackened would be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it is a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings.
えっと
Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules.
もしかして
I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers?
だからさ
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hiyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for 1 person, right?
弱りましたね
If we can only choose 1 based on a majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory. Yeah, you're right. So what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2, or if 4 incidents overlap one another? It's okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
ね
Meaning, 2 killers can't exist at the same time, so it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right? Alright, fine, that's right, there's always 1 killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is.
テンション下がるな
Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my game. There's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. Huh. Yep, that makes things a little easier.
よかろう。
Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people,
己の無力さを知れ。
it means a 3rd victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough! You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be? You haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what?
だからさ
Like I said, that movie.
あらら
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out the invitation tickets. Then the imitation is...
いいセンスだ。
Of course. It's an imitation of that movie.
あのね
Well, based on the murder this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see. Now I get to mention something about that. The movie theater.
君を
I see. So you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. Then I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate.
あの
Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki?
うーん
Probably the hospital for sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place.
確かに
Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hiyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why hello there, Hajime. I knew you would come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know, I haven't watched that movie yet.
なるほどね。
I see. Then you really should watch that movie first.
おい
Hey, manager, a customer's here.
呼んだあれあれ
Huh? Hajime is the customer? Do you have a problem with that?
しょうがないな
And you said you didn't want to watch it. But I knew you wanted to see it all along. You paid $1.5 million for a sticker?